day 2 of training camp has gone down, and we got a lot of details coming out of it. Me, Steve, me, C-Dub, and Bobby going to talk about it, break it all down. Restream been tripping. It got me off my game. We're into it all and more right after this.
Where is
Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What up? What up?
What up? What up? What's wrong with Haize? You good?
You stuck?
It's frozen, bro. I couldn't see nothing. I don't know what the hell's going on. What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. You'll see how far my internet gets me today, man. We got the takeaways from day 2 of training camp, fellas. Where y'all want to start, with the good or with the bad?
Let's start with the bad. Let's start with the bad.
All right. The offense is still struggling in 2-minute drills. Now, this has been something that we've heard all the way back to OTAs, that the offense was struggling in 2-minute drills against the defense. The way that I want to throw this to you, so we heard in this, Tyreek Stevenson picked off Justin Fields, I think, twice on today's in today's practices. This Justin Fields, Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
Caleb Williams still had some really good time. We'll talk about that, but like we said, we're starting off with the negative. Do you guys take this as just the defense being that good, or are you more concerned about what the offense is going to look like, considering we keep hearing about them struggling in 2-minute drills?
I'm going to look at this as a good thing. I think we're playing a pretty good defense there. And you can add in a little bit that this is a new offense, everybody coming together for like the first time, the first season together. So it take a little time to get this shit right in order and sync. So I'm going to give a lot of the credit to the defense, but it is that they just getting together, bro. They just getting together.
I love it for the offense. Struggle right now.
Yes,
figure out what you gotta figure out, whatever you gotta do, so you can make sure that you right for the foreseeable future. Right now, the defense is gonna be kicking the offense's teeth in, and I love it, because at some point the offense is gonna have to pick themselves up, put the gloves on, and start swinging back, and then that's just gonna elevate every single body, because then it's just gonna be, hey, we trying to take it from the offense, and the offense going, hey, we trying to put up these numbers on the defense, and then it's just gonna be, y'all take a little of us, and we're gonna take a little from y'all, and that's just iron sharpening iron at the end of the day. And hey, hopefully we can go ahead and see a lot of success after that.
And the iron and sharpening iron aspect is the biggest thing about that. Like, and I think it was Jalen Johnson that talked about it. And yeah, after the first day, is that you want that spirit of competition, how they're coming up against each other, that wide receiver cornerback crew. I'm not worried about it too much now. If we start seeing things in the Hall of Fame game where it's like, hey man, this offense is looking a bit rough. But to put that in perspective as well, we've been telling people, while people use the whole Caleb Williams is supposed to be generational, make that think that we're just going to hit the ground running. We've been trying to get you guys to temper your expectations. All the change that we've had here on the offense, regardless of how good anybody is or not, all that change, a new offensive coordinator, new veterans coming in, even though a lot of the veterans that we've brought in have played in a similar system, it's going to take a while to get everybody on that same page, man.
And intensity level, it ratchets up every time you get closer to the regular season. It was a different type of intensity in OTAs and mini camps. It ratchets up when you get to training camp, and it's only going to ratchet up when you get into preseason games, and then even more when you get into the season. So, they'll get used to it. It's just they trying to get accustomed to each other and stuff. So I ain't worried about this.
Yeah,
you got a new look offense with a defense that's returning 96% of its starters.
Yeah,
and I'm expected to hit this. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be concerned if Caleb was cooking the defense.
Yeah,
I'd be concerned.
That's probably would be bigger concern. That's a fact. So as far as people who are absent or not, looks like TJ Edwards, Braxton Jones were limited today. Rome Odunze did make his return. And it sounds like Zach Pickens, Mercedes Lewis, and Noah Sewell weren't present at practice at all today. So,
Noah Sewell.
But you know who's not on there? Nate Davis.
That's
we good.
That's what I'm saying. Take the good with the bad. Take the good with the bad, man.
That's good, man. I like to hear this from Nate, man. It wasn't looking too good. People were getting a little nervous because you walking on the sidelines doing OTAs and mini camps, but you showing up when we need you to show up, man. I got to give him kudos for that.
Definitely got to give him kudos.
And that was the thing, like I said, like he can turn the narrative around on him real quick just by showing up, practicing, and being good at training camp. That turns that whole narrative around. So let's hope that continues. Now, while we talked about the offense struggling in the 2-minute drill, it seems like Caleb Williams at the start of practice, the 7-on-7 drills, he was quick, decisive. He connected to Keenan Allen several times on the 11-on-11 drills. Also, Tyler Scott. We got a Tyler Scott appearance who made a diving catch on a 30-yard reception.
Man,
things are looking good, man, and we've talked as well about it. We're gonna pat ourselves on the back because we've been trying to tell y'all shit for months, but y'all been worrying. Listen, Tyler Scott with his quickness still can play. He's gonna have a limited role, but that quickness on slant routes, don't be surprised if he ends up making a big impact on that. How you guys feel about hearing about Caleb Williams and his production in 7-on-7s, 11-on-11 drills?
Now, I always thought that Caleb Williams was a great quarterback when it comes to getting the ball out quick and being accurate with that. So I wasn't really worried about that. But when he hit this guy, Tyler Scott, down the field for that 30-yard gain, I'm like, he gonna make a lot of players better if he can continue to make passes like this. The kid is just starting his career. He made some unbelievable passes that not a lot of NFL quarterbacks will even try in an NFL game. He hasn't played an NFL game yet, but I would bet that he'll try these throws because just the way he built. So this guy's gonna make a lot of guys better, i.e. Tyler Scott, who was kind of like on the fringe. You know what I'm saying? But he could come out and have a really impactful season with a quarterback like this that can place the ball in places that the defense can't even defend, because Tyler Scott was defended pretty damn well by Gordon, and he put it in a spot, bro. It was a nice throw.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that when you talk about the guys that's going to have some opportunities, Tyler Scott is one of them. You know what I'm saying? I think that you can utilize him to take shots down the field. And then also when you need something quick or you want to kind of dial up something that's a little bit different from, going to the norm, hitting a Keenan Allen or DJ Moore. Maybe you start to insert Tyler Scott at some jet sweeps or have some design screen call for him or something like that. And he gonna have to just make sure you catch the ball. No diddy.
That's it.
Just make sure you catch the ball. No diddy, bro. And you going to be straight.
Listen, when we talked about like the Bears potentially getting Romo Dunze or whatever, I had a thought like, okay, maybe we keep Darnell Mooney for him to be in that role. Tyler Scott can do a lot of the same things as Darnell Mooney can, with cheaper, younger. And so I think that when you look at, we've always talked about the depth that we have at wide receiver being used to take advantage of mismatches, to kind of cause some things. Tyler Scott is going to be in a situation where if they're putting him out there on the field, it's because that they see something. Now, it could be to help get somebody else open, but they see a reason of how his speed can help out there. This is a time for Tyler Scott in only his second year to really kind of put his stamp on how he can help this offense, because if Keenan Allen doesn't re-sign, we could be looking at Tyler Scott needing to be in that slot a lot more. So
Hey, that's a hell of a great point. Just in case Keenan Allen, he's not here in a couple years, Tyler Scott can get in here and make him and dig him out a spot on this team and get better and make sure he learns the offense and sure he gets in sync with Caleb Williams, because man, he got a chance to be really good here in Chicago with the turning of the page with the quarterback here. So I like what you just said there, Drip. That's a great point.
Agree. And then just my last point. Hey, he just got to take advantage of the opportunities, because it's gonna come a game in a situation to where teams ain't gonna necessarily be looking for Tyler Scott, and Tyler Scott gonna be called to make a big play.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be it starts now. The preparation starts now, like Matt Eberflus been saying, and he just got to go ahead and make sure that he preparing in the right way and when he ready to take advantage when they call his number.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at it too, like it's not just about either the wide receivers. Like we got Gerald Everett, we got Cole Kmet that's going to be out there. Like Tyler Scott has a chance. Like I said, it's going to be very limited. I'm not trying to make it seem like he's going to have more opportunities.
Yeah.
But if he can make the most out of the limited opportunities that he gets, it can be a big weapon, because that speed that he has, that could be a big weapon for the Bears, man.
That's a fact.
It ain't about getting open for Tyler Scott. It's about catching the ball. Got to catch it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
it ain't about getting open.
That's a fact. So, and especially with the what we're going to be able to create as far as mismatches here, it should be great. Continue to kind of find the starting center. So yesterday we talked about Ryan Bates getting a lot of reps with that first team. Even Doug Kramer, who we hadn't heard for a while. Coleman Shelton started off with the first team today. You guys feel like how many different looks do you want to give before you think the Bears? Do we go through a preseason game or 2 preseason games before the Bears make a decision on the starting center? Do you think that is the best route to go to keep giving these different opportunities and look, or do you think they need to lock in on that center sooner rather than later?
I would say you will want to get this under control and get the decision made as soon as possible. But you need to have the most competition, give the most time for competition as you can, but as soon as possible at the same time, if you can dig what I'm saying. Like, we can get into the first game, but after that, you should have your mind made up who you want as the center for the Chicago Bears, for we can then move forward. I don't want to be at the end of preseason like, okay, we still don't know. We're going to announce it before the regular season starts. I don't like that.
I'm with you on that, and I don't like it either. I think that you got to figure this out. Excuse me, you got to figure this out ASAP. You got to come to the decision on who your starting center is going to be, and I believe that's going to be key not only for the offensive line but for your rookie quarterback.
Yeah,
he knows and like we talked about it months ago. You know what I'm saying? When these guys were signed and brought over, we brought up an example to where, and I'm not saying neither one of these guys is Jason Kelce, but we brought up the fact that Jason Kelce was so damn good, and the belief from Jalen Hurts in Jason Kelce was so strong that Jalen Hurts was like, hey, we checking this way. And Jason Kelce was like, no, we blocking and shifting this way. And Jalen Hurts went with it. I ain't saying it got to go down to that extent, but we need the center and the quarterback to be on one accord. Last season, it was too many instances to where the center and the quarterback wasn't on the same page, and it cost us some yards in some games, possibly.
Yeah. Yep. It sure the hell did, bro.
Not possibly. It definitely did. Like you talk about timing, like you talking about we couldn't get a snap count right. There are times where the center snapped the ball and Justin Fields didn't call for it, and he calls like we can't like I said before. At this point, I'm fine with getting up to competency at the center position. Let's just get competency at the center position. That's so much of an upgrade from where we were the last 2 years, bro.
We don't even know what that look. That's crazy, bro. That's the simplest of football.
Think about it. Since we started the show, the center play has been one of the worst things about this team consistently.
That's a fact.
Bro, since what's my man that pinned buddy up against the locker?
You talking about
Olin Cruz? Yeah, Olin Cruz. That's the last good center we had, bro. That was a long time ago, bro. A couple decades ago.
But for what it's worth, Shane Waldron did say that he has really good comfort with Bates and Shelton at center, so it feels like he's comfortable about both of them. But that's what you should. You want to motivate it. Like at this point, motivate them and still give their best. But I would say that we got to get that starting center locked in. And here's the thing: if you've gone through a preseason game and you still don't feel confident who's going to be your starting center, you got to start looking at some veterans. In my opinion, Connor Williams is there, healthy, waiting on the
That's what I'm saying. For real.
We cannot get close to the season. Like, man, we'll tell y'all right before we kick off. What you mean? You just had a whole training camp. What you talking about, bro?
Right. Yeah, y'all got to figure this out.
Yeah. I mean, that is what it is, man. But overall, seems like training camps continue to go in the right way. They said the plays of the days today on offense and defense was that Tyler Scott 30-yard reception and Tyreek Stevenson's interception. So, hey, shout out to it. And we're hearing all the things that we want to hear. Still hearing that Caleb Williams is commanding that huddle. He understands the playbook really well. And at this point, we're 2 days into training camp, and we already have confidence in the playbook in a new system that's there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I feel good about it, man.
That's crazy. Really that mean there's no confusion when it comes down to terminology, what they expect out of Caleb. And we could go back to when it was rookie mini camp to where, hey, my man's was getting the play, running the play, and going back to talking to Shane Waldron to understand the play even more. That shit is going to work out. And big shout out to Keenan Allen for what we discussed earlier with him also taking time out with Caleb Williams too.
Yeah, they was playing Monopoly, some other crazy Monopoly game, watching the playoffs and studying the playbook. But I wanted to say this, man. You know what we ain't hearing about? My son, Jack Sanborn. All he do is take care of business. He just sit back. He just sit back. He ain't got to get in front of the cameras and none of that. He just do his job. Go ahead, son. You making daddy proud, bro.
People forget too. Jack Sanborn is in the contract year as well, so don't overlook that.
He fit them all out, bro.
Let's get it. Let's get it for sure.
Hey, Are you at all concerned about Jack Sanborn not getting another deal with the Chicago Bears? Keep in mind, he's a restricted free agent in 2025 because he was undrafted rookie. He doesn't have the fourth, fifth year options and things like that. He's a restricted free agent. Are you worried about it at all?
Not really. If it is any kind of worry, I would have worried about the ascension of Noah Sewell that it seems has not started yet. So I don't have any worry. I don't have any worry at all.
I'll be a little worried, and I just because I just thought about this. I remember y'all. It was linebacker. He was a backup, and then I can't remember who went down, but he stepped up. His name was Nick Kwiatkowski or something like that. He played number 44.
44,
exactly.
Yeah, with a K, yeah.
And then he filled in so good. The Raiders picked him up that offseason.
Yeah.
So I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I want my mans to ball out. But I'm telling you, if he ball out, somebody gonna get the call and then money talk, bro.
And
money
that'll
talk.
be something, and that'll be a casualty we have to take. That'll be a casualty we ain't gonna be able to pay his ass. A casualty we gonna have to take.
If somebody comes and offers some big money, we'll see. But there are some position battles that we didn't expect. So we kind of expected the center. We expected the defensive end to be there. Still seems like Austin Booker is still in the running of maybe getting that starting defensive end position. We'll see what happens there. But the two that I guess we kind of expected to a degree, kick returner, we kind of knew that was up in there. But everybody, I've read about 3-4 articles are saying that the running back 2 is a wide open competition.
That is so disastrous for Khalil Herbert, bro. That's disastrous.
It's definitely
you left it up for interpretation, Herbert, bro. Yeah. You gotta get in there from day one and man, Rojo, you gonna have to wait another year, bro. You gotta get in there ready, bro. The writing on the wall, big dog. That's not good for Khalil Herbert, bro. It's just not, bro.
It's definitely one of those, but we already talked about it, and we know it's it could potentially be a reality for him. He can be on the way out.
Now, I want to make sure that I point out that this could be people because we know writers, they buy into the narrative to try to get clicks. I want to make sure that I say that this could be a possibility. But Lucas Hunt is the writer here. He wrote that Travis Homer may end up being the running back 3.
Oh my God, bro.
Now, again, as I've said, I'm trying to find this so I can read the direct quote. But
Khalil, no, bro. I can't.
If there's any truth to that, you gotta trade the man, bro.
You got to.
If you get to the point to where you're saying Travis Homer could be above the depth chart on Khalil Herbert.
And that's something I didn't think about because didn't Travis Homer, he came from Seattle, of course, but was Shane Waldron there at that time?
Yes, he was there at that time.
That means he knows the system.
Yes. Wait a minute. He's not a better back than Herbert, I'm not, bro.
But I don't think you necessarily, for that running back 3, me personally, I don't necessarily think you need the best running back. If he is running back 3, bro, gonna come in and just a play to catch after a long run or something.
I found the direct quote. I'm gonna read this directly. There's a reality where Herbert's play falls off and Homer supplants him to become running back in the running back hierarchy, leaving one of the favorite running backs dangling on the edge of being cut.
Damn. He wrote that, bar.
Bro. You telling me if you got a choice to pick your number 3 quarterback, you wouldn't go for the best talent? That's what y'all telling me.
Because sometimes the running back, if you feel very confident in your 1 and your 2, it's more so about what is that running back 3 bringing, not necessarily who's the best overall talent. For example, Travis Homer is a damn good blocker, and they could be looking at it and saying, in the lineups that we're going to use a running back 3 in, we want them to be a solid blocker, which he is a better blocker than Khalil Herbert.
And then we go back and talk about their value. He already played special teams, C-Dub. We just said Khalil Herbert not playing special teams.
It's not good. I'm just asking questions for the sake of Khalil, bro, because
I know.
That's crazy. I didn't go that far to Travis Homer, bro.
But it happens, man.
I think Rojo could beat him, but Travis Homer, bro.
I think that's a fit move. If you do that move, it's based off fit.
Exactly. And the thing is, and I'll say this, keep in mind, we heard the first season of Ryan Poles coming in here. We heard that Tevin Jenkins could be traded. We heard 3 years later he's still on the roster, right?
Yeah.
We heard who was the narrative last year? It was somebody. I can't even remember who it was.
Jalen Johnson.
Was it Jalen Johnson?
Yeah.
It was somebody's not focused or whatever. It ended up not really being a thing. So writers are trying to find angles during training camp. And I'm not saying that he didn't maybe see something that we didn't see being there, that he's like, hey, it may look like they may be favoring. But sometimes right now at this point in training camp, it's just a bunch of trying to see what sticks. So let's not worry too much about it. That
motherfucker wasn't focused though. That was Chase Claypool.
Oh, that was not. Oh, well, yeah, we knew that he was not focused.
Yeah, he was not focused.
Damn, I forgot that Chase Claypool even started off the season with the Bears.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm so far mentally removed from Chase Claypool, bro.
Bro, we was excited for Clay at first.
Because we thought he was going to stop being sassy and go ball out.
Man, did he say something that was not true?
Regarding what?
It was bad. Did he say something that was not true though?
Yeah,
but he got fired.
Don't stay up here and give me the truth about somebody else if you ain't even being truthful with yourself with that horrible ass blocking and effort you was putting.
Hey, bro, Chase Claypool is 1 year away from playing in the CFL and being a model.
About to be in the arena league. I heard they just hooped this balled out in the mall the other day.
Listen. Chase Claypool and Drake are both going to be models. They're going to have to put their careers, bro. Like,
they gonna be hanging out, huh?
That's funny, bro.
Damn, bro. That's some shocking news. That Khalil Herbert shit just
really, like, bro, when I read that, I was like, I'm sitting there reading this article. Oh, okay, Travis Summer. What?
Yeah,
like, Khalil, bro. Real, what?
Don't let him bring you down, Khalil, bro. Go out there and pass block. Go do everything to the best of your ability. Let the chips fall where they may, bro. Don't let Travis Homer beat you, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Don't let that first official, Homer. Do not let that first official depth chart be released and Travis Homer is the running back 3. Don't let that.
We definitely that's gonna because they're gonna have to release it soon before their Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing about us starting camp early. Like honestly, we probably will get it here. I would say probably by the end of the week. We got to get it by then.
Oh my goodness, damn Khalil, man. He still got time. He got time.
We'll see.
Go.
We'll see.
Let's go. Khalil.
Any other thoughts, fellas, before we get up out of here, man?
I'm getting closer. Y'all stay ready.
Y'all stay ready. We're going to catch y'all on that next one.
You guys can follow us at Shy Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail for the mailbag, number to do so, 773-242-9336. And if you're looking for me, probably